I recently rediscovered one of the great pieces of content that came out during my childhood. The thing I'm referring to is Five Nights at Freddy's The Musical. In case you haven't heard of it or simply forgot about it, this was a musical made by Random Encounters based on the Five Nights at Freddy's games. The musical was split into 5 separate parts, one for each night, with the first part airing June 26, 2015, when Five Nights at Freddy's was at its peak, when everyone was talking about it and making theories about the lore. The lore. This musical stars Markiplier as the main character and even has MatPat in it as well, which is pretty funny. And for some reason, my mind had wiped all memory of this movie, so when I saw it again a couple days ago, it was basically like seeing it for the first time. It's one of those movies that are so bad, it's funny. I'm talking about the story itself, not the songs. They're great. Really, really good songs in this one. But there are so many dumb things that happen in this movie that are just very entertaining to watch. So I figured it'd be fun to experience it together. So the movie begins at the parking lot of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza as an unsuspecting night guard comes strolling by. The night guard turns out to be none other than Mark Fishbark himself, aka Markiplier.
How do these cameras change? They're heading here just to eat me like juicy flesh fruit. Or maybe they'll all stuff me inside a Fazbear suit.
Man, I gotta say I love Markiplier's facial expressions, and no need to worry because there are plenty of those in this movie. This is a great song, by the way. It's been stuck in my head basically ever since I rediscovered this relic once again.
Please, Foxy, leave. Baby, I love you.
For the longest time, I thought this song was just a regular pop song, like one you'd hear on the radio that they got the license to, but it turns out they actually made this song specifically for this musical. It's pretty incredible. Anyways, there isn't a whole lot happening on the first night. Mark does end up in the fetal position while the animatronics continue their lullaby in a futile attempt to calm him down.
Purple guy!
AJ, I'm AJ.
Are you here to kill me?
No, I'm here for the morning shift.
Morning shift. It's 6 a.m. I lived.
It turns out Mark survived his first night at Freddy's, but the story doesn't end here. After all, it's called Five Nights at Freddy's, not A Night at Freddy's. Honestly, the animatronics don't seem all that bad, but apparently Mark is just not having it. In fact, he's so not having it that he decides on night 2 to bring firearms.
In all my dreams I see.
These poor animatronics, they haven't done anything yet Mark has already decided that he wants to shoot them.
I'm on with more than a light. And I'm surviving 5 nights.
Yes, you probably are, but at what cost, Mark? At what cost? Why is he walking like that? I don't think Mark knows what kind of movie he is in. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's musical and he's walking around like he's a GTA character or something.
Hey Foxy, come get a bite. 'Cause I'm surviving 5 nights.
You're not Foxy.
And he kills a guy. His reaction is pretty disturbing though. Apparently immediately after the police is called, but I'm pretty sure that at this time the only person in the building is Mark. No one else is there to report the crime. So did he just call the police and then blame it on the animatronics? If so, that's a huge risk you took there, Mark. He's basically putting all his faith in the pure incompetence of the police officers, not realizing that the guy was shot. What's he gonna say exactly? That Freddy Fazbear pulled out a gun and shot him? What?
No, you don't get it. You don't get it. They're animatronics. They're children that were stuffed into animal suits, and they're trying to kill everybody.
Mark is not off to a good start here. He immediately gets arrested and dragged out of the building like the criminal he is. It seems his ploy didn't work.
We forgot to lock the perp in again.
They forgot to lock the door. I can't believe Mark's plan actually worked. Also, I don't think the officers realized the real crime committed here. What about the fact that you both left him in the car alone to go get donuts? Like, who's the real criminal here? Mark escapes the cops and rushes to the nearest public restroom with a plan. A plan to craft a disguise. One that will ensure that he will never be caught again. Does he always have the right tools at his disposal? What's it gonna be? A classic ski mask? A DIY animatronic head like the one he made before? That's it? His expertly crafted disguise is dyeing his hair red. What are you doing, Mark? You know what? He's probably putting in way more work than necessary because I don't think those officers are even gonna bother looking for him. They're probably just sitting in their unlocked police car munching on donuts right now. I also love how the camera stays locked on Mark for like 6 seconds, as if they're expecting us not to recognize him at first. We then cut to Nate's apartment on night 3. Nate is a previous employee of Freddy Fazbear's, and with Mark out of the picture, they call for Nate to be the security guard.
Why would they keep a rotten cupcake up your creepy and grotesque?
Maybe we shouldn't touch it. Why not? It's just a shady crate.
I don't know about you guys, but I can't unhear the Force theme from Star Wars in this bit.
It's just a shady crate.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, but...
That's weird. Usually that only happens when... No! Please don't kill me! I haven't even caught up on Steven Universe yet!
Yeah, things aren't going great for Nate. This musty green rabbit called Springtrap is on the loose.
Speaking of horrible, what do we do about this?
The puppet was the only one who could defend us.
Now with him gone, there's no one to stop Springtrap.
Well, I know a guy.
Yep, it's Mark. Bring back the guy who actively tried to kill them. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Oh no, he's traumatized by the animatronics from Freddy Fazbear's. I'm sure he'll be very calm and down to earth when they show up at his front door.
I'm gonna be a little late to my shift, but don't worry, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Sounds good. Oh, hey, by the way, did you see any of the animatronics lately? I couldn't find any of them today.
No, that's weird.
Super weird.
Maybe they got in a car and left to go find somebody.
Shh, you guys are gonna blow our cover!
Sorry, did you say something?
Mark is great, but I think the animatronics has to be my favorite characters. They're just too damn endearing.
Hurry, guys, I think I'm losing ground.
Why's my closet making pirate sound?
Holy crap, Mark, could you sing a little worse? This is a Five Nights at Freddy's musical. It's too good.
Maybe we should just calm down and sing a special song together. Shut up, Bear!
Like I said, calm and down to earth.
Can you please put down the knife?
Don't come any closer. I'll carve out his stuffing and then I'll wear skin like a suit.
Jesus Christ, Mark, you're supposed to be the good guy here. You're not selling it very well.
Please don't kill me!
I'd be careful with that knife. As Freddy Fazbear, he holds a special place in the hearts of children, so we should show him a little respect.
You the night shift? Are you with them?
No, I'm the Uber driver for a bunch of puppets.
Whoa. Does Nate not have any situational awareness? This isn't the place to crack a joke, Nate. Freddy Fazbear's life is on the line. He holds a special place in the hearts of children, remember?
And even if I was willing to go back to Freddy Fazbear's, which I'm not, What do I get out of this? Psychological damage?
Yes.
A horrible, gruesome death?
Yes.
25 years to life with a cellmate named Buffalo Frickin' Bill!
The timeline is a little confused, but probably yes.
Well, I don't know. Proving you didn't lie to the police would be pretty cool.
Fine.
How did you find out they were alive?
Same way you did.
With a machine gun?
No, I had a bazooka.
Careful, Nate, you're walking on thin ice here. I wouldn't recommend poking the bear that's laying on a couch right next to you.
Don't make fun of me. I killed the guy. He was just sweeping the floor.
See? It's only a matter of time until Nate is his next victim. Night 5, they pull up on the parking lot next to Freddy Fazbear's once again. This time, they are specifically there to stop Springtrap, who's been ransacking the place.
Without his wiring active, I have no idea how to shut him down.
Is he actually made of spring locks?
Yeah.
Spring locks tend to fail when they get wet.
How do you know that, Mark? You know what? I'm not even gonna ask.
They do keep a fire extinguisher in every main area of the building.
I like where this is going.
So, if you can manage to find those, we can lure him back into the office.
And hit him with everything we got.
With how many of Mark's lines are delivered very over the top, it's pretty jarring whenever he says something just kind of neutral. It's weird.
So, what am I here for?
To spring the trap.
I love how this movie has no shame delivering lines like that. Mark just gently walks away after. Basically, their plan is to find a fire extinguisher within the establishment and then lure Springtrap into the office and then spray him with it. Compared to Mark's previous plans, this one is actually pretty solid.
Somewhere here are monsters on the move. Something tells me we're all gonna be dead.
They're really breaking the fourth wall here. It's almost like we're there with them. None of the animatronics are able to find a fire extinguisher except for Chica. But what's that? Oh no, Springtrap! It's funny that Mark really seems to be straining his muscles by the weight here. It's a hand puppet.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
Purple guy!
Hey, Jay. I'm not in a great mood, so drop the rope and release my murder grim.
You were behind Springtrap all along?
He was behind Springtrap all along?
Wait.
How are you getting so many hours? You're scheduled 4 more nights this week.
He's just doing this because he wants more hours!
Yeah.
It was all just a ploy to get more work hours. You know, the thing that this restaurant really struggles to get because no one wants to work there. Yeah, that makes sense.
You can't legally work that many hours.
Oh, he can't legally work that many hours. I'm surprised Fazbear Entertainment cares about their employees' work hours, when they don't seem to care about any other area of their well-being.
Look, I didn't even want this job. No offense.
And I'm kind of wanted for attempted murder.
Important detail right there, Mark. You lucky potato. Unsurprisingly, Mark and Nate agree to hand over the job to AJ and everything turns out okay. But then the phone starts ringing. Ooh.
Hello, hello? Oh, hey, congratulations. It looks like you guys managed to survive 5 nights at Freddy's.
Side note, I'm honestly surprised they were able to hold off saying the title of the game for like 24 minutes. That's pretty impressive.
So I guess now I have to drop by the office.
Oh no, who's this guy in a bear costume?
Just finish the job.
It was MatPat all along? You're telling me the famous theorist who solved FNAF was secretly the man behind the slaughter?
Someone tell me what's going on.
Why, this is a crime scene, and you're the victims.
Jeez, Matthew Patrick, that almost sounded natural. This is his acting experience he's leaning on, right? Right?
Who are you?
I'm your employer, Nate. I go by many names. Phone Guy, Mad Pat, Scott Cawthon.
Is one of them evil dirtbag with a chainsaw?
Why, yes! Actually, that one's my favorite.
Oh my god, holy shit. He wasn't kidding. I'm getting worried now. MadPat looks like he's about to kill me next.
You're gonna burn for this.
Cool. Looks like I brought the right tool for the job then.
MadPat whips out his Phineas and Ferb flamethrower chainsaw contraption like he's some cartoon supervillain and then laughs maniacally afterwards. But with this super weapon in his hand, how can our heroes possibly survive this encounter?
You know, I should probably thank you, Mark. None of us would probably be together tonight if you just listened to what I told you about the animatronics on the first night.
Don't be afraid.
They just want to say hi!
Not all of them.
Should probably override the door controls. Or that works.
Yep. With the help of Springtrap and Markiplier's sudden inhumane strength, they just leave the building. I thought the earlier scene where he struggles to hold a hand puppet would somehow set up this dramatic payoff here, where he can't get the door open because he lacks the strength to do so. But no, he just suddenly pulls that control box out of the wall like it's nothing. The next minute or two is just Freddy Fazbear's burning down, with MadPat screaming continually in the background. Good thing our heroes made it out.
Well, I hear Freddy's is opening a sister location if you want to transfer.
I'm getting another call.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Yep, see ya.
Bye-bye!
That's the most natural sounding end to a phone call I've ever heard.
There's no place you can hide that I won't kill you. And I'll think about it every night until I get out of here. And when I do...
Sorry, can I put you on hold for a minute?
Did you hear me?
No, don't worry. It's just really quick. You're gonna love the whole music.
They can't keep me here. They won't. I'll be back. I'll get you all.
I'm not even following who he's talking to exactly. I just think it's a missed opportunity for him to say, "I always come back." This movie ends like any great adventure, with Mark just chilling in the sun on a rooftop in LA, while grilling sausages with his flamethrower and drinking oil or something from an unlabeled glass bottle. Obviously you can tell that the story took a back seat here, but it doesn't matter, because it's funny. It's honestly wild to realize that this musical came out back in 2016. It's almost a decade ago. I was just a little kid back then. Back then, Five Nights at Freddy's really did inspire a lot of awesome fan creations. Like an incredible amount of it. And it probably still does. I don't know, I don't follow it anymore. But I did see the full feature-length prequel to the FNAF Musical. That's right, they made a prequel to FNAF The Musical about like 6 months ago. I'm not saying that you have to watch it, because I don't want to force you. But you could.
Foxy the Ferocious. The defective animatronic that caused the bite of 87.